Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome, folks, to The Hungry Gamer is back with another episode of the monthly menu, and today we are talking about the top 5 games from April 2024. And as always, just a reminder, this is the games that hit my table the most during the month. And so we're going to start out with what were my picks for the month of April. Starting out was the list, and no. I really thought we were going to get something played, but it just didn't happen. And why? I don't know. I got nothing. So hopefully next month we will get back to it and get it done. Next on the list was Skull Tales Full Sail. This is a very maligned pirate adventure dungeon crawl game, and I had it for review, and it's hitting GameFound in the fall, and this is kind of the reprint of, as I said, a widely maligned game. And yes, I did get it to the table quite a bit, and I actually have a review video that is out now that you can check out. Next was Exhibitions, which was one of my Game of the Year nominees last year, and I was really hoping to get it back to the table, and yes, I did. I did get it back to the table, and as always, I really quite enjoyed it. It's just such a good game. It's a little bit of a slow burn of a game, but I really do enjoy it. The next on the list was Paracle, The Gathering Darkness, and I did get it back to the table. Unfortunately, I didn't get it back to the table as much as I would like, but they currently have a new crowdfunding campaign going, and it's a really good game. I just find the combat unique and the character creation is fun, and I really like it. It is a very clever, a very fun game, and I'm super happy I got it back to the table, and I wish I'd gotten it back to the table more. And the last one on the list was Imperial Spells and Steam, and nope, didn't get to the table, just didn't happen. I probably shouldn't have put it on the list. I knew I wasn't going to get it to the table, but I really wish I did. It's such a cool game. So, moving into the top 5 games of the month. Coming at number 5 was Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. And I have my sometimes occasional dungeon crawler group, and we got together multiple times this month. We played it, and it was my game of the year last year, and I do not regret it. It is just delightful. The story is fun. The mechanics are fun. The standees, the art, it's just a really good dungeon crawl. It's on the lighter side, but if you're looking for a good light dungeon crawl, you are making a mistake if you don't have this game. Coming at number 4, that was Kinfire Council. This is kind of a Eurogame sequel to Kinfire Chronicles, and I had the opportunity to cover it, and it's on crowdfunding right now. It's a very clever game. It is, now, to be clear, I don't think this game is for everybody, and I have a preview video, and you can check that out. But this is kind of a Lords of Waterdeep on steroids kind of game. It's clever. I really enjoyed it, but give my video a watch and see if it's something you think you're interested in. Number 3 on the list was a relatively recent Kickstarter delivery, and something that I covered back during the pandemic, and that is Factions of Soul. And this is kind of a pick up and delivery style game. It's a space game, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, where you're trying to be kind of the best at doing space stuff, and it has a really clever movement mechanism of how you're kind of spending energy and picking planets to interact with. I enjoyed it when I covered it in preview, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit playing solo and playing with other people. It's a clever game. It's definitely one that, if you're looking for a game that a lot of people don't know about, this is a game that you should be checking out. Number 2 on the list is a game that I actually don't have a physical copy of, but I played 4 times with the designer, and that is Wandering Galaxies from Plaid Hat Games. And this is the follow-up to Freelancers, which is this heavy story-based game for a lot of players that I really enjoyed. And that in itself was a follow-up to Forgotten Waters, which I also really enjoyed. And so I've gotten to do some play testing with the designer, Jerry Hawthorne. And it's if you enjoyed the other games in the series, or you thought the other games in the series were too light, this might be the one to check out, because I really do think this is the best of the series, and I say that with this being the theme that is least interesting to me. Space, least interesting to me. The Fantasy of Freelancers, most interesting. The Pirates of Forgotten Waters, second most interesting. But gameplay-wise, this game, and I'm not going to reveal too much because they haven't posted any videos or anything, so I don't want to, well, spoil anything. But there is a deck building mechanic in this game that it's really satisfying. Mechanically speaking, this is the heaviest of the 3 games, and I really think it works really well. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to playing Wandering Galaxy some more. Hitting Kickstarter, I don't know, sometime later this year. I have no idea, but very, very clever. Which brings me to number 1. Number 1 on the list was Skull Tales Full Sail. And I spent a lot of time with this game. This is tough because so much about this game is so good. There's just still some misses when we look at the whole picture. The rulebook for one of the phases, the same phase that had a problem when the game originally released, is not as good as it should be. It is better, the game is playable, but there's some misses. There's some stuff that I really think should come in the box that doesn't. There's some things that are referenced in the rulebook that you have to go download and print out. And to me, that's just strange. But the gameplay is really, really good. It is a fun game. I really enjoy it. I think everything that it's doing is very, very clever. It's a very fun game. They just haven't quite stuck the landing. And that is both exceedingly frustrating and okay to me at the same time, because like I said, it's a fun game, and I'm really torn on, do I keep this game or do I let this game go? Because I have exactly what the backers are going to get like next year, but if I let it go, I can't play it anymore, and it's really fun. Also, on the other hand, if I keep it, that means I'm going to have to go and back all these expansions, which is not a little bit of money. And this is a game that, if they had made the rules perfect, and if they had included all these things that I feel like they need, this is a top 10, maybe a top 5 dungeon crawler. As it is, it's definitely a top 20, probably a top 15 dungeon crawler. So I'm just torn on this game, but boy, I do enjoy it. I did have a good time with it, and it's right up my alley of types of games. So clearly I played a lot of it. But there you have it, folks. That is the top 5 games of April 2024. So moving into my picks for May 2024. So obviously starting out, we have the list. I don't know if we're going to play it. I hope we do, but who knows? I have no idea. Next one is I'm keeping Imperial Spells and Steam on the list because I really, really, really want to play it. It just hasn't happened, but I really, really want to play that. Next on the list is Rise of the Gnomes. This is one that shows up for me on the list every so often because it's just such a good co-op or solo game. I just think it's great. There's a reason it was number 3 on my Game of the Year list last year or the year before, or whenever it was. And it's a game that's on my 5x5, and so I really want to get it back to the table, and it's just a delight. Next is Revive with the expansion. I think that is such a good Euro. Again, it was on my Game of the Year nominees last year. It's just such a clever game, and I haven't played it. It sits on my shelf right there, and I look at it almost every day. And I always wish that I was playing it, so I'm really hoping that I get it to the table this month. And then the last one is Cosmic Frog, and this is one that I actually took with me to DonCon 3 this past weekend or so, and I didn't get to the table, and which is fine because it was kind of my second tier. There was a couple, we all picked a few games that we really wanted to play, and I got those played, and this one was like the first tier down. And I find that I am so sad I didn't play. And so I really, really am hoping I get it to the table this month. And it's hard because I think it's a good game at 2 and 3 players, but it's a great game at 5 and 6 players. So I'm really, really hoping I am able to get that to the table, especially with a large player count. But there you have it, folks. That is the monthly menu for April 2024. As always, this is a time where I want to say thank you to the channel members. I appreciate you so very much. And there's 3 different levels. It goes from 99 cents up to I think like $9 a month. Whatever you can throw in, I hope you'll consider, because though I will not say that I would not be able to do this without the channel membership support, because I would still do it. It does make it a lot easier. It does allow me to buy various games that maybe I can't get sent to me. It has allowed me to significantly upgrade the sound for when I'm doing rules overviews. It has well, the camera that I'm using right now was something I was able to pick up because of channel support, and it helps me go to more conventions and so on and so on. So thank you so very much to everybody who is a channel member. You've seen a whole bunch of names going by across the bottom of the screen, and those are the members, and just thank you so very much. Also, thank you to Noble Knight Games, who has become a sponsor. And what Noble Knight Games does is they give me some store credit so I can pick up some games every now and then. And also, there is a link down in the description, which is an affiliate link, which what that means is if there is a used or a new game that you buy from Noble Knight Games and use that link, I get a little bit more store credit to get more games. So it's not a lot, but I do greatly appreciate that Noble Knight Games has done that, and I can honestly say Noble Knight Games is a company that I have used significantly before they started sponsoring me. I think they are one of the best places to go to find used games in particular. But there you have it, folks. That is the monthly menu for April 2024. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.